Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here again. Welcome back to another video. We are back featuring Nicslay Water Warrior on the standard mode ladder. Now I've already featured one video with this deck, and that initial video, which you can find on my channel from a few days back, that was me experimenting with the deck, and I like the deck so much I've decided to play more games with it, and in fact I was able to use this deck to get to rank 5. I had some initial concerns. The absence of Southsea Captain, of Mortal Strike, of Buccaneer. Would that be a problem in the deck? Well, actually, no. The deck is still very, very effective without those cards. Instead, you have the Murlocs, you have the War Leaders, the Bluegill Warriors, and Finja. One of my complaints in the previous video is that Finja got me no value at all. So let's see, in these next few games, as we traverse the ladder to rank 5, will Finja, the Flying Star, will he get us any value? Joining this first game in progress, we're at rank 10. It's against a mage. Now, the Fiery War Axe there, as you can see, took out the Mana Worm. And it's now a case of, I guess, establishing board dominance. Ordering here is very, very important. We don't want to overwrite that Fiery War Axe, so we use it up. And yeah, that's board dominance for you. It's turn 2 and we've got 3 minions on board. That's pretty good. And that's the strength of patches. The strength of drawing patches out of your deck rather than playing them from your hand. And those missiles there, well, I was very lucky that 2 of them went face. It's meant that we were able to preserve 2 minions on board. It's pretty good. Now the Frothing Berserker, that is one of the keys to success in this deck. The Frothing Berserker can grow and grow and grow, and if they don't have a way of dealing with it, it will win you the game. And if they deal with it, they usually invest significantly, and you're not too sad then, because look, you just play another one. Double Frothing. If one dies, the other one will get revenge, yeah. And he sees the writing on the wall. He concedes. I don't blame him. Okay, our next game is against a Warlock here. And the question to ask is, what kind of a Warlock is it? Is it Rhinolock? Is it Zoolock? If it's a Rhinolock, then you can kill him before they play Reno. If they have Reno, you probably lose the game. Again, this deck lacks a bit of the aggression that normal Pirate Warrior has. We don't have Mortal Strike. So sometimes, once the Murlocs are all dead, you have no other way of finishing the game. So, in situations like that, you do miss Mortal Strike. But this looks like Zoolock. And against Zoolock, it's a battle of the board. That's what it is. And look, double Voidwalker. Wow. Were both of those in the opening hand? That's insane. And you'd look at that and you'd think, yeah, pretty good luck, right? That's what you think. However, I still have a good position on this board. A 3-3 there is contesting his 1-3. He'll kill the 1-1, I think. But then I have Pirate Synergy. I can buff my weapon up here to attack, to kill the Voidwalker. The problem is there's a Councilman on the board, and you don't want to leave that there. It can grow and grow and grow and grow. You don't want that, because then they play Defender of Argus and you're screwed. So what we have to do here is we have to trade the 3-3. Feels painful, right? That's 3 damage not going face, and then we use Heroic Strike. Feels painful too. That's not going face either. But you know what? That's my playstyle, and I'm going to stick with it. It's got me this far. I'm going to stick with it. You'll know historically that if you look through my channel over the last 2 years, my preference is mid-range and usually control decks. I'm not a huge fan of aggro, I'm really not. And when the pirates became popular again, for about a couple of months, I resisted the urge to play pirate decks. Pirate Warrior, Pirate Rogue, Pirate Shaman. I resisted. Why? Because it didn't appeal to me. The playstyle, the aggro playstyle didn't appeal to me. I prefer mid-range and control decks, and I prefer those playstyles. So you'll often see me make defensive plays when I play aggro decks. But my justification for it is that I'm trying to preserve my board, and that preserving board is important because the longer the board survives, the more face damage I can do long term. That's my justification. It isn't always correct though. I think it's important to recognise that if you have charge damage, weapon damage piling up in your hand, that sometimes it's fine to go face, because you know, you can then let them trade their minions into your minions, and you can keep jamming face afterwards with weapons and charges, and it's fine. But here, sure, I've got Arcanine Reaper in hand, but I still think against Zulok it's important to control the board. What he does have that I don't have is life tap, and he can tap for cards and keep filling the board. So if the game goes too long, it's going to be a problem for me. I do need to build up a board. And look, I'm going to continue trading. Why? I'm protecting the Frothing Berserker. What am I protecting it from? A trade with Abusive Sergeant, perhaps? So just thinking about all of those different eventualities. So now I have a board, and he doesn't. And he'll play stuff, sure, but then I have Arcanine Reaper. So now, next turn... Ah, that's really good. Next turn... That's interesting. Next turn, I will probably now consider... Yeah, now we've got 2 Reapers. I want to do as much face damage as I can. Yeah, because that's 20 damage to the face, just with the Arcanine Reapers. So we're going to trade once, and we're going to ignore his 2-3, and he's going to concede like the mage did. I'm fine with that. And we bonus streak into rank 9. Very nice. Okay, bit of moment for reflection here. We're going into rank 6 now, and at this juncture of the game, I've noticed an increase in difficulty. I've ended up facing a lot of Dragon Priests at rank 6, and a lot of Jade Druids. And those classes, those deck types, are difficult because Dragon Priest can get the 2-4 taunt and the 3-6 taunt, and then they play Netherspite Historian, discover another 3-6 taunt. That's happened to me a few times. Jade Druid, you think of Jade Druid usually, you think of a slow deck, a deck that takes its sweet time to ramp up, and then they should be decks that you can crush very easily. Well, I've not had any luck. I've not had much luck against Jade Druid. The reason is, if they draw Wrath, Living Roots, Swipe, if they draw the 3-6 Jade Taunt, if they draw Ancient War, sometimes back-to-back Ancient Wars, because they ramp up into it, you can't win. You really can't win. Arcanine Reaper only half kills an Ancient War, so that's a problem. My win rate against Shaman, however, is excellent. It's over 80%, which is why on the journey to rank 5, anytime I see a Shaman, I get quite happy. I mean, what's different about Shaman? Sure, they've got AoE, they've got Lightning Storm, they've got Maelstrom Portal, but they've got to hit them at the right time. And I've just had so much more luck against Shamans. The other thing I've noticed at rank 6, I wonder if it's hard-coded into the game. You know, I was sitting in my gym on the cycling machine playing this deck, and because the games are so quick, you know, they last 3 to 4 to 5 minutes max. You know, you can get a lot of games in. 1 hour on the cycling machine, you can get quite a few games in. I kept drawing patches in my opening hand after the mulligan, and it was so annoying. I think in 6 games I drew him 3 times. I was so annoyed. So I'm wondering, is that something deliberate that's been built into the game? As you get to higher ranks, screw me over with patches as much as possible to stop me progressing. I don't know. I mean, patches in the hand and not out of the deck is a Stone Tusk Boar, right? It's a legendary Stone Tusk Boar. Oh, and that, by the way, Lightning Storm, so good for him, but it didn't kill the 3-1. So, why is that important? That's an additional 3 damage to the face. Next turn, it's lethal. We have the Corcoran Elite, we have the Hero Power, we have the Reaper. That's not going to save him, because it's still lethal on board with the Hero Power, because the Pirates survive. And that's the issue with Lightning Storm. RNG to the extreme. Sometimes you roll low.
For Doomhammer, victory or death.
Okay. Another shaman here. Another shaman. Now, we have a curve for 2 turns. We have the first mate, and we have the Bluegill Warrior. Drawing Leroy was unfortunate, but if we keep a curve going, you see, that's really good. So we have a 1, 2, 3. We can count, in other words. And for those people out there that say there's no skill in aggro decks, that you just play out your hand. Yeah, quite often you do just play out your hand, but there are trading decisions that do need to be made. Now, for someone like myself, I will trade more often than not. That's just how I am. But I have seen other players that don't bother trading much at all, and they don't get punished for it, which annoys me. So you could call me a conservative aggro player. But anyway, what have we got? Frothing Berserker. We don't have a 4-drop, but we do have Finja. So, against the Shaman, given their propensity to play totems, I think Finja will get us value. But speaking of value, Totem Golem as a 3-4 is incredible value. It's incredible value for the Shaman, because that 3-4 is contesting the 2-1. The Berserker can't kill it immediately, and he's going to trade. And he's going to invest. Okay, double investment. He was scared of the Frothing Berserker, so he double invested into it. I'm happy with that. That's interesting. And I almost want to snap play. I almost want to snap play, but I'm not. Because what does that do? It buffs up the 2-1, which dies to both of the other minions. So may as well play Frothing, right? Which now contests his 2-3. Yeah. This is fine. There is a bigger plan for the Murloc War Leader. Wow, more double investment. I'm happy with that. He's at 20. And he's just lost the Trog. So the bigger plan for the War Leader is we play Finja now. Finja will get value on 1-1, which is why we're not going to kill it with the weapon. We trade Finja, and then we play the War Leader, and we get disgusting Murloc value. That's the plan. And he sees it, and he's thinking, right, I better heal. Okay, come on, Finja. This is quite exciting. Seeing what you get. And then you cry a little bit, because Finley is not what you want to see. Finley is really not what you want to see. You wanted the Bluegill Warrior. So now what I'm saying is, I'm going to protect my Murlocs. I'm going to play a Taunt. And I'm going to say to him, you need some serious AoE here, or I win the game. That's what I'm saying to him. We're going all in with the Murlocs. Does he have... No, he doesn't. He has a thing from below, which is going to die. So thankfully we have one charge left on the weapon. We can simply heroic strike it down. And that's our initial focus. Get rid of the taunt. Okay, and we use our face to do it. We then have Leroy. So now you want to start counting the damage. He's at 26. He's not even going to let me count. How dare he? He's not even going to let me count. He just concedes. Was it lethal? I don't know. Okay, now this game is an important one. This is for rank 5. Now, I said to you earlier that rank 6 was a bit of a challenge for me. Win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game, win 2, lose 2, win 3, lose 2, win 1, lose 2. There were some challenges, and I did spend a good couple of hours on my cycling machine in my gym trying to traverse rank 6 to get to rank 5. As I said to you earlier, facing a lot of priests, a lot of Jade Druids who just had insane draws in order as they needed them to clear my pirates, to put taunts up in place, and it was a struggle. And in those games I missed Mortal Strike, I really did, because there were games where we were both low, or they were low, and if I had Mortal Strike I would have won, but I didn't have it, this deck doesn't run it, and once the Murlocs had been taken care of, I was just dependent on drawing Leroy, drawing Arcanite Reaper, and if those didn't come, you'd have to play something substandard on the board, like an Azoth's First Mate, and wait, and then they heal, or they get another taunt, or more AoE, and there's nothing you can do. So this game here is very important, and I was very glad it was a Shaman, because my win rate against Shaman was over 80%. So when you're facing that final boss that gets you into rank 5, you're happy it's a Shaman. Now, why rank 5? Well, given the new rules that are in place, you can't drop below rank 5 once you get there. So it's pretty handy to get rank 5, obviously. Because I almost feel that once I hit rank 5, it doesn't matter anymore what I do. I have no significant desire to hit Legend. I've done it once. You can see that video on my channel. Just do a little search. I have no desire to hit Legend. But what I do want to do is, after rank 5, because I can't drop below it, is just experiment with some weird decks, rather than playing tier 1 decks all the time. And that was a good lightning storm. However, he's at 16. And I'm going to do what I normally do. I'm going to trade. Instead of doing 4 to his face, I decided to kill his Trog, so I could keep my 4-3 alive. Because killing the 4-3 is difficult. I mean, we've already seen a lightning storm. And now we have 8 on board with the weapon. We have a heroic strike, it's another 4. It's not lethal. And I need to make the decision here. Do I trade? And I am. I'm doing it again. Some of you looking at this are going to be laughing at me, saying, what the hell am I doing? Go face, go face, go face, you'll be saying. But this is the defensive part of my playstyle. It's how I play this game. I'm more of a mid-range, more of a control player. And I would rather if I don't have lethal, I would rather he didn't have a board. That's why I'm trading. We don't have lethal next turn.
I wonder.
But we're close. But we're close. This is where Mortal Strike would be pretty awesome, right? He's clearly thinking about this next turn. He's clearly flummoxed, and he's clearly thinking about it, and he's probably thinking about how he survives. And for me, this is where the guilt factor sets in a little bit. You know, it's turn 6, he's almost dead.
There's little time.
The question that people ask about aggro decks is there any skill involved in it, or are you just playing out your hand every turn? There was skill involved in this game. I made decisions to trade. So, yeah, there was some skill involved, certainly. I know of some players who just would have jammed face constantly. And then possibly get punished for it. So it looks like he's given up. And I guess it's you know, unfortunate if he has. Because, you know, this is for my rank 5. So, you know, not like this. But anyway, we didn't play the taunt there. Oh, he's back. We didn't play the taunt because oh, he's healing for 12. We didn't play the taunt because of AoE. We didn't want to go all in. So now we have to calculate 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not lethal, right? And I'm gonna. I think I need to trade. Bran could be bad for me. So yeah, and I'm killing that too because it has 6 health. And I'm sure some of you watching this right now will be like, what the hell are you doing? Go face! But we're protecting the Frothing Berserker. If he has AoE, he can then trade into Frothing and we'll have nothing on board. He may have something left on board and then we're in trouble. So we're just preserving the board, I guess is the best way of thinking about it. And now if he has AoE, if he has it, the chances are Frothing hopefully won't die, and then he'll have to face trade into Frothing, which clearly would be a bad idea. Okay, Jade Lightning, sure. So this game extending out a little longer than I expected. If I'd gone face for those couple of turns, would it have made a difference? I don't know. He's still not dead. But now, because I feel I'm so close, I am going to go face. And I'm going to set him to 2 health. If I can draw a strong weapon, that's an out for me to win the game. If he draws AoE, he can clear my board now and still have a board left.
Warriors, come out.
That's one of the reasons I didn't want to leave Bran on the board. Jade Chieftain. This is actually close. This is actually close. There's a taunt on board. This is actually close. But he's trading everything away. I have 1 attack on board. How do I... He's killing it. Wow. Okay. Mortal Strike would have helped. That's not going to help. This is how the game can slip away from you. They play taunts and you can't get through them and you're sad. Wow, okay. A taunt totem there would have been bad for me. Thank God it wasn't a taunt totem. His luck is terrible, just like my luck sometimes. Saved by the Murlocs. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Bluegill Warrior to the rescue. Unbelievable. I was nearly dead, given my health total. But there we go. Streaking into rank 5 there. And I'm feeling really relieved now. But proving that this deck, without the Mortal Strikes, without South Sea Captain, it can still work really, really well. So I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. Give the deck a try. Tell me what you think in the comments section. And I'll see you all again very soon for more Hearthstone action, either with Standard Mode, Wild Mode, or Arena. Do take care now.